Okay, we're sitting down with Papa Rex on his back porch, Siloam Springs, Arkansas. Listening to the birds, enjoying the breeze. Maybe the cows will come down.
Dogs are barking.
Neighbors' dogs are barking.
I'm working on my third novel, and I'm structuring it. When I got to the end of the first novel, the second novel then was fairly easy for me to figure out. But the third one is a little more difficult. What I'm trying to think about would be a prequel. So in the first novel, my main character, the protagonist, was in his 40s, and at the end of the novel, he was in his 60s. And the second novel picks up when he's 60 and he's thinking about retirement and trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life. And it goes through probably another 5 years. The protagonist then, in my third one, what I'm thinking is the protagonist is back to his childhood, trying to figure out who his daddy is, and trying to understand. Maybe he's back now the protagonist is back to 20, and his cousin asked him, "What do you know about your father?" And the answer is, "I know nothing about him." Yeah. And she says, "Well, you need to find out. It's important for your generation and the next generations to have this history of the family and to know that." So the third novel then is that that history, because I have a lot of facts, but I'd have to fill in some of the facts with.
Well, I like the idea that you have woven in what you know about your history. So there's some truth to it. It's loosely based on the truth.
Yeah.
But you don't let the truth spoil a good story.
Right.
And I like that idea.
Yeah. So I have a little bit of truth, and actually, I have a lot of truth of the history or the background. I just have to change everybody's name.
Because you can't guarantee the truth.
Yeah. So I'm because I do have all of that history, the history of the Schultz family, in kind of just a documentary or a document that's not really put together in forms of chapters, and there's not really a story to it. It's just a recitation of facts. And to put that in the form of a story then is what I'm thinking about doing. I think that's what I want to do. This 20-year-old goes back and does some research, and he finds out his grandfather immigrated to America from Germany, and so how does he find out about? And I don't really have I have a lot of information, but it's from the internet. It's not firsthand. But I can have my character Ralph. I can have him do research, and he found this at the library, and put in a paragraph or two. I don't like to copy a whole lot of stuff that I find on Wikipedia or somewhere.
But you can incorporate the history that you do know, and just kind of, you can make up some stuff about if this is kind of what was going on in culture and in history.
And why did he immigrate? Well, I can have him have a conversation with his brother. Yeah. Says, you can stay here and starve to death, but I'm going to America. I'm taking my wife and my daughter. I can speculate as to why he came. Because it's interesting, because if you go back and the research, what I found on the internet was that most of the immigrants from Germany migrated to the Wisconsin, Chicago, Minneapolis, that area. and then they migrated down to the coal mines of southeast Missouri. And so they must have been coal miners or knew something about coal mining, because that's why they came to southeast Missouri. But all of that is facts, but how they got there and when they got there, or how they got there, I can make up a story about.
Or there's someone in the family that was a coal miner that went down there, and the rest of them followed him because he went there, and they were farmers, and you never
so when he got down there, he didn't like working in the coal mine, so he bought a farm and became farmers. And
it was interesting reading through the newspapers at the time, and it was very much community. Families forming a community together.
Yep.